Gentlemen, welcome back to live action. Professional mixed martial arts from Honor Fighting Championship number 4, Operation Reaching the Summit. Ladies and gentlemen, your next mixed martial arts contest will take place in the professional super heavyweight division. Introducing first, making his way to the cage to fight out of the blue corner, Caleb Raymond.
Professional super heavyweight action here at Honor Fighting Championship 4. Caleb Raymond making his way to the cage here. And Jose, not often you see a pro super heavyweight fight. And first one I know I've seen in a while, probably since the guy that's involved in this fight, probably since the last time he fought in Eddie Faison. But Caleb Raymond making his way out here. Pro debut for the Demolition Fight Team product out of Sandusky, Ohio.
Well, the interesting thing here is Raymond's only got one. He's at the weight limit for heavyweight.
Yeah,
and he's given up 97 pounds.
Spent most of his amateur career at heavyweight. Did win one super heavyweight amateur title, the New League Fights amateur super heavyweight title over Bo Johnson. Had a 7-5 overall record as an amateur, with 3 submissions and 1 TKO win. Ranked as the number 8 amateur heavyweight in Ohio, according to Tapology, heading into his pro debut here. But you know, I think a guy coming in, seizing an opportunity to make his pro debut here against a guy, but he has given up a lot of size.
That's a lot of size, and the other thing is both guys are fairly evenly matched on the amateur records. We got one guy 7-5 and the other guy 7-6, and so they both have a wealth of experience in the cage and in the amateur ranks, and both guys are hungry to get in that win column.
Yeah, Raymond had a 7-5 record as an amateur, as we mentioned, but won 4 of his last 5 amateur fights before he makes the jump here to the pro ranks. He is in the cage now, and Josh Stein's going to bring out his opponent.
I'm excited to see this.
Introducing to fight out of the red corner, Eddie Faison.
Eddie Faison coming in representing the MTC Hornets. 0-1 pro record, was 7-6 as an amateur. 31 years old. That pro debut was last May at Cage Madness 48, lost via TKO to Eddie Castillo.
And one thing we know about those guys, just like you saw earlier, is these guys are gritty from that camp. They're willing to go out there, trade, and fight. From the tail of the tape, we can see that Faison is the elder. He's 1 inch shorter, and he's got that 1 pro fight.
Of course, Raymond with the wrestling background, veteran wrestler. And Faison really more of a grinder. He said he's never had any real true martial arts training, but kind of takes whatever he likes from different styles of martial arts and kind of makes it his own. And a guy who's been around for a long time, made his amateur debut all the way back in 2010, had 5 victories via knockout as an amateur.
And then that size, man. We're talking about a true super heavyweight. This guy is 362 pounds, and that's a lot to deal with. Big, strong, athletic guy. It's a lot to deal with.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, 13 fights as an amateur as a super heavyweight. It's hard to find that many super heavyweights, but he, as we mentioned, has been around for a while. Trains at the MTC Hornets with his brother Josh Faison, who we saw earlier tonight. Tough loss against Terry DeMoore. Also trains with Fred Davis, who we will see in his corner.
I like those guys. I like that camp. They go out there to fight, and so with that mentality, I'm excited to see these 2 guys mix it up.
Biggest thing, about the gyms like that, MTC Hornets, they're always going to show up, always going to be prepared. I know that's been a big topic of conversation recently is, how many true fighters, true gyms are there left on kind of this local level, and this really is one of those gyms that they're going to show up, when you put them on a card, that you don't have to worry about them.
Oh yeah, and it's exciting because you can count on them that they're gonna come out here and they're gonna perform, and then they're exciting. I mean, they throw down.
Eddie the Teddy, maybe the best nickname of the night.
Oh, I love those nicknames.
Eddie the Teddy Faison.
Don't get it twisted, though. That teddy bear can turn pretty ferocious.
Making his way into the cage here. Josh Stein's going to have the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, professional fight is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing first, making his professional mixed martial arts debut, fighting out of the blue corner. He trains with the Demolition Fight Team. He weighed in at 279.5 pounds. From Upper Sandusky, Ohio, Caleb the Beast Raymond. And his opponent, he's fighting out of the red corner. He has a mixed martial arts record of 0 wins and 1 loss. And he trains with the MTC Hornets out of Youngstown, Ohio. From Warren, Ohio, weighing in at 380 pounds, Eddie the Teddy Faison.
Absolutely no facial expression at all from Eddie Faison. Super heavyweight action here at Honor Fighting Championship for Caleb Raymond in the black and white. Eddie Faison in the black and yellow. Ty Wheeler is the referee for this one.
One thing I want to say is because this is a pro bout, the rules are changing slightly and the round times are also changing from 3 to 5 minute rounds. Elbows are allowed and head kicks and knees to the head. And right away, Raymond engages in the clinch and pushes him up against the fence, trying to see if he can tire down the larger fighter.
And these are the fights where you are glad that this is a reinforced Honor Fighting Championship cage. These two guys are making this cage move every time.
Oh, beautiful foot stomps by Raymond.
You got to think Raymond, the wrestler, wants to try to get this fight to the ground.
That's going to be a tough task.
Come on, lock it in.
Oh.
Lock it.
Raymond
Lock it.
dropping his neck. We've seen that a couple of times from wrestlers already tonight, dropping that neck and getting choked.
Faison just being able to control with that weight down on that left shoulder and throwing the body shots, but he needs to try to circle off the cage if he's going to have any success here. That's what he's... Faison with both overhooks, not allowing Raymond to do anything. But Raymond more than content keeping the fight here and throwing some foot stomps, using that head pressure and control.
It's no easy task trying to take down a guy who's 100 pounds heavier than you.
And there's the problem with that. You got a guy now who you're giving up a lot of size to.
And it's hard, I mean, to find a guy who is this size to even train with.
And with 3 minutes left in the first round, having Faison very fresh, this is going to be a problem.
Raymond, though, still has this half guard here locked in. Faison throwing a couple of short elbows there from the half guard.
And right away, Faison doing the right thing. He's starting to keep his head on the inside of that right elbow and trying to throw that right elbow inside. And again, being here in the half guard, it's probably not the best thing for Raymond. He should probably start trying to push, get back to guard. Because what he's doing is he's allowing Faison to throw strikes and get points. This is a point game. And there's that short elbow. He's trying to get out. And again, Faison right on top. Very good control. He's got to watch that arm bar. He's got to watch that arm bar.
Almost looks like Raymond might be trying to throw up the triangle. That would be something to see him throw up a triangle and submit Eddie Faison.
And Faison putting that left forearm in the throat, trying to put that pressure down.
Guard is open here for Caleb Raymond. Not sure if he could even close the guard if he wanted to.
Well, one thing that Raymond should do is he should start trying to push his feet on the hips and try to push back. That will help him out a lot. Right now, what he's allowing Faison to do is stay in an open guard and be able to throw elbows.
You don't typically think of super heavyweights as guys with a lot of cardio, but Faison, 6 fights went to a decision as an amateur.
And he did the right thing there. Faison stepped right over top.
Looking for a Kimura, though, now is
Raymond.
Looks like he may have this.
Oh, that is deep. That is very deep.
And he taps. Wow.
Beautiful work from Caleb Raymond.
Wow. Nice victory there for Caleb Raymond. The Kimura off of his back.
And that was a great fight. He was in a bad position, and he was able to capitalize by locking in an arm, holding that half guard, and setting that arm up.
Take a look here at the replay. You see him just get those hips out and start wrenching on this Kimura.
And he baited him. If you notice, he baited him really well. And right there, see, what's happening is that Faison's left leg is trapped, so he can't circle off to the top of the head and possibly set up that armbar. Beautiful work by Caleb Raymond.
Good jiu-jitsu off of the back by Raymond. Now 1-0 on his pro career. Josh Steins going to have the official result.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the first professional fight, the co-main event, at 3 minutes and 22 seconds of round number 1, we have a winner by tap out due to Kimura. In the blue corner, Caleb the Beast Raymond.